Hey Clashes, the rank 1 player from last season actually asked me if I would like to cover his strategy which he used to finish on rank 1 global. And as soon as I saw Super Yetis, I agreed right away. Because he is playing the Super Yeti Titan strategy with the Earthquake Fireball combination together. And I just love to play that strategy. I love to watch the strategy. So let's learn from the number 1 global player how you really play those Super Yetis and really make any base crumble. Let's dive in. And he shared a few different base layouts so we can see how he's utilizing that strategy versus different styles of bases. Starting things off with this, it always looks a bit weird, this base style, but it somehow works apparently versus Root Rider quite well, so it's really popular. And now the question is, how good does it do versus the Super Yeti with the Fireball? Let's see how he's going to do that. One thing which I always really like to do is go for the clan cast, and it seems like that he's going to do exactly that. I would assume going for the multi-gear tower, I mean, that looks just incredible, the fireball value. Take a look at that, like getting the merged cannon, the X-bow, fire spitter, the crushing mortar there, and as well the clan castle. That looks incredible. The challenge with this approach always is to get the fireball right, though, because you obviously have limited amount of invis spells and as well no rocket loons to set that fireball up, so you need to be really good at knowing when to get that fireball ready. As well, he's going to maybe now use the... No, waiting. When is he going to use the ice block? There we go. Now the ice block. He moved a little bit closer to that defense right there. All the invis. Is it going to work? And... okay, I was a bit scared of that wizard tower, but everything works just fine. Now he's going to as well still try to get those buildings, I assume, or is he going to start with the Super Yetis? I would be really scared of time. Obviously, since those are replays, he is, like we already know, that it's not going to be any time issue whatsoever. And this is another reason which I really love about his approach. It feels so quick with every single attack. Because the first thing, let's double check the equipments. He's going with the Earthquake Boots instead of the Snake Bracelet. This is always like the big difference. Do you go with the Snake Bracelet, then use the King with the Queen on the outside, and use the Troop Thrower instead of the Siege Barracks. But he uses the Siege Barracks, which is speeding up the attacks obviously quite a bit, because you have a lot of cleanup wizards, you clean up P.E.K.K.A. and such, which is great for Super Yetis because time is one of their biggest enemies. Having the jump and the Earthquake Boots now, opening the entire base for a Super Yetis, and they're unstoppable pretty much. Equipment-wise, otherwise, he's going with the Giant Arrow, which pretty much every ground attacker should do that currently in the game, in Legends, because you're going to make Invis core bases completely useless. The Magic Mirror, yes, it's great, and you should always use the Magic Mirror with the action figure if you can, but it's not really needed, like, 100%, right? Like, you don't need the power in normal mode, and this is really the key thing here, why you're just going the safe option with the Giant Arrow. Like, just play it safe. There's no reason to take the risk, and that's why with Root Riders, with the Super Yetis, all of them just go with the Giant Arrow. And the interesting thing here is, I want to highlight this quickly again, is the equipment on the Royal Champ. He's not going with the double epic Electro Boots and as well the Rocket Spear. Instead, he is going in with the Hog Rider Puppet and the Electro Boots, and it seems to work amazing. Next attack and next style of a base. This time around, the double poison tower setup with the diamond-shaped base. Those are quite popular, especially in pro matches. The main reason why those more spread out poison tower bases are not as popular in Legends, or why they typically don't work that well. The main reason for that is that there's just not enough damage to really get those tanky troops out of the way. I mean, that is one of the main reasons why we're going to see the Springtrap rework, because especially bases like this, they have already by design literally no chance of defending those except the attacker is messing something up. It doesn't matter if you're playing Root Riders or something, the healers are always going to be able to keep up your Root Riders because the damage is just missing. But that's obviously going to change most likely in the future if we have battle modifiers then in Legends. So that will be interesting how that is going to then change. But for him right now, we are going with the Invis. Oh, one Invis was missed, so he's going to go with that. And oh my god, that fireball is gorgeous. Perfect fireball. And now he's going to start things off most likely with the Super Yetis from down here, because time, always time the issue. But he's actually going to take down the king. Okay. I mean, Kratos has no fear of time. I mean, he's not waiting for time. Time is waiting for him, it seems like. That is just crazy. Is he going to ward walk? This is... what? I have seen so many people saying that they're struggling with time with Super Yetis. Maybe you should try this approach. I mean, that is just criminal. How long this man is one walking, that is criminal indeed. And he's starting with the Super Yetis on the complete opposite side than what I thought. Okay. Okay. Pushing and trying to push the Super Yetis now inside the base. Great funneling. We have the siege barracks again on the outside. This thing is speeding up the attacks so much. So I guess that's for sure a really wise choice to go with the Super Yetis since they are quite slow otherwise. Is there going to be a freeze? Yes, because you do want to delay the Earthquake boots for the later stages. He's always using jump into Earthquake, it seems like. And now the Earthquake as he's going for the wall. Yep. I mean, base is crushed again. The base is gone within 1 minute after he started the Super Yetis. That is so crazy. As well, the equipment combination of the Hot Rider Puppet with the Electro Boots. It's not as common anymore. I would say most people are using Rocket Spear with the Electro Boots. But it works amazing for him, right? So, and as well, it shows that you can go with the options of things you have next. You don't need to always go full meta and such. It's not needed whatsoever. I mean, this guy finished rank 1 global, right? So he's doing some things right, I want to say. So really nice job here again by him swagging that Royal Champion ability, and the attack is not even close. That's just illegal. I mean, that is just crazy. He just shared more attacks. So I would just try to cover as many different base stats we have right now in the game and see how he does it, how he smashes every single one of them. This is now the next base style, which is quite popular, really in high legends, and I think it's one of the styles which works the best normally, which is a core isolated town hall, which makes the pathing into it, especially for root riders, quite annoying. And then we have 2 rage towers. They can be like opposite to each other. Sometimes they're like on like 2 like flanking sides. But those are usually no problem with the fireball, right? Because he's going to fireball one of the rage towers, I assume. And then just follow the entire ring. That is my assumption here. Let's see if he's going to do exactly that. Or if he's going to do, again, something different to what I expect here. Maybe a longer warden walk. Because, again, I always try to do the quick warden walks with those ground smash attacks. Because otherwise, I'm always scared of time. But as I said earlier, I feel like time is not waiting for him. Instead, like, he's not waiting for time, but instead, time is waiting for him. He did miss this multi-gear tower. But yeah, he's going to say one walk it. I mean, why not? I mean, time, again, no issue. Okay, there are giant bombs, so he has to invest the freeze. Okay, that's fair. Making sure that the warden stays alive, but he's still one walking. This guy is crazy. I mean, I love it. I love it. Now the, again, giant arrow to get some quick funneling set. Siege barracks again as well. Things are looking great. We have the skeleton spell as well to distract a little bit, but a bit tricky between 2 multi-inferno towers. Now we have the jump. Again, it's jump into the Earthquake boots. It seems like always for him, at least in the attacks which we have witnessed so far. And we have the siege barracks on the outside doing some cleanup as long as the wizards are not dying right away. Queen is doing her thing as well. Yeah, to me, the main takeaway point really is, it seems like that with the Super Yetis, the go-to really is the Earthquake with the jump spell, like the Earthquake boots with the jump spell combination. And that the Troop Thrower is not really mandatory whatsoever, because time is a bigger issue than power. And with this approach, the time is not in factor because you have so much cleanup. I mean, you have the Valkyries now running around the outside from the siege. Those bases are always gone within 1 minute. It's kind of crazy. And really having those Super Yetis with those healers, even though the healers died on this one, he still has like all of them alive. I mean, that is just crazy. And I feel like we see as well why we need this Springtrap rework. Those ground troops with healers behind they're taking over. They are just crazy. And there's just not enough damage. But again, there's more type of bases out there. So let's watch another attack. And I think actually this is one of the most popular styles of bases, which is like this box style type base. We have the town hall somewhat on the outside, and we have then 2 really heavily stacked rage tower compartments and a completely cracked core. I mean, that core is... There's everything in there. So, a lot of strategies can struggle versus this. Fireball should do pretty well into it with the rage tower, right? So, that is somewhat solid. So, that should look good. And as well, like, talking about, like, Springtrap rework and such things, maybe I would do, like, a complete video about it. Let me know if you would like to have a video about what I think is going to be meta after all of those changes which we know so far. Because I think one type of player is going to struggle the most. And I'm sorry to say it again. The revive spell players, I feel sorry for you because your spell right now is only working because the game is easy. So, yeah, those players are going to have a rough time. I mean, that's going to be a really rough time. And I hope that I will see a lot of people keep using Super Yetis, Mad Super Yetis with revivals, because they carry my defenses currently. I love you guys. But back to the real Super Yeti strategy, which we have right here now with the Fireball. He's going to then... I'm sorry, by now I have learned. Okay, I've learned my lesson. Kratos is going to warden walk the gold storage, and because he's crazy, he's going to warden walk the Mutar Tower as well. He is really taking his time. But again, we see it with the replay. I mean, obviously those are replay attacks, so we know in 1 minute 20, he's going to destroy, like now, 70% of the rest of the space. This is like speed running the 3 stars. This is crazy. I mean... That's insane. That's insane. Queen again for the funneling, right? We have the siege barracks on the outside as well. The Super Yeti is walking in here as soon as he is reaching. I guess he wants to get the king towards the Expo Bitter Hut on this top side to use the earthquake boots. But right now the king seems to be kind of stuck in the core. Let's see if he's going to wait for it or if he's going to use the earthquake boots now. But I guess the perfect opening is from this top side. Is he going to wait? King... No, he could have waited a little bit longer so he would have opened the compartment towards the town hall. But with having always so many Super Yetis alive and the Rage Gem as well, I feel like, yeah, there is not much this space can do. I mean, even with the double Rage, there's just not enough damage. Those Super Yetis are not going down. They just refuse to go down. Kratos... You're insane. Again, a huge thank you for providing those attacks. I hope you guys out there learned something. If you want to play the strategy as well, make sure I have the link for the strategy down below in the description of the video. And again, thank you for allowing me to like share the replays with everyone. I think it's a great strategy. To be honest, watching them, I'm really considering and thinking about if I should maybe play it as well in Legends, because Warden Charge Rocket Loons is a ton of fun, but it's so stressful, which sometimes can be stressful. Losing a year every single time doing a Legend Day of my life it's rough. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.